I used to always whisper to myself that family, true family, would never betray you. That no matter how violently life spun you out of control, no matter how chaotic the storm, once the chaos settled, the people who raised you, who watched you grow, who held you from harm's way, would always be your anchor. But the universe taught me in the harshest way imaginable. Blood doesn't always mean loyalty. Sometimes, the most devastating wounds come from those who swore to love you without condition. My name is Daniel. I'm 35, working in mechanical engineering, and until last year, I believed I was living the dream. I had a fulfilling career, a home I poured my hands and heart into, a 7-year marriage that had felt like fate, and a mother who had always been my unwavering foundation. My wife, Erica, wasn't just my partner. She was the love of my college years. We'd crossed paths in a late-night study group and clicked instantly. She was witty, stunning, driven, and in her eyes lived a spark that made even the darkest corners of life feel golden. We dated for 4 years before tying the knot just after college. People looked at us and saw a picture-perfect love story. My mother adored her, treating her like the daughter she'd never had. And I believed it too, every bit of it, until the night my world shattered. It began with something minor, almost laughable. Erica had left her iPad on the counter while claiming she'd gone to a networking event. I knocked it over while cleaning, and the screen lit up with a message from someone named Jake. "Can't stop thinking about last night," it read. "Can't wait to have you back, God." My chest clenched. I told myself it had to be a mistake. Maybe spam, a joke, or something roleplay related that meant nothing. But deep down, I knew. I opened the thread. What I uncovered wasn't some fling. It was an affair, 12 months long. Pictures, videos, intimate texts that gutted me. Jake wasn't a stranger. He was her secret companion, the man she truly confided in. She'd called me cold, unfeeling, boring, said she was suffocating. And Jake? He was her escape, her thrill, her everything. I sat there, numb, for hours. The woman I had loved, who I thought I knew better than anyone, had built a second life behind my back. Something inside me broke. I felt small, crushed beneath the weight of betrayal. But what really destroyed me came a few days later, when I told my mother. I don't remember exactly what I said, just that I called, barely keeping myself from crumbling. I poured everything out. Erica's texts, her lies, my plans to confront her, the divorce I was preparing for. I expected fury, protective anger, something. But instead, what I got was this: "Are you sure you didn't push her away?" The silence after that sentence was suffocating. "What?" "I'm just saying," she said slowly, like stepping through a minefield. "You can be emotionally distant sometimes. Maybe she felt isolated." She cheated on me for a year, Mom. And maybe that year, she felt completely alone. Marriage is a two-way street. Suddenly, I was the villain. I was being accused of failing her, of being the architect of my own heartbreak. I tried again. I sent screenshots, texts, photos, hoping she'd understand. But then came the ultimate blow. 3 days after I separated from Erica, I went to my mother's home to drop off some things, and I found Erica living there. The woman who destroyed my marriage, who betrayed me, was in my childhood home, my mother's kitchen, laughing with her over tea like they were two friends catching up, like nothing had happened, like I didn't exist. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I was too empty for that. "Daniel, let's not make this weird," Erica said with a breezy smile. And something inside me snapped. She lied to me. She crushed our marriage. She ruined everything. And you're welcoming her? She's still family, my mother replied softly. Number. That ended the moment she deceived me. She didn't have anywhere to go. She had Jake. She said Jake wasn't ready for her to move in. I couldn't let her live in her car. So you let her stay here, the home of the man she betrayed. It's complicated. No, Mom, it's not. I walked out without looking back. It was the last conversation I ever had with her. People told me I'd changed my mind. That time heals all wounds, that I was being rash and emotional. But how can wounds heal when your own mother is drinking tea with the person who tore your world apart? In the months that followed, I began therapy. Erica would resurface. Texts, apologies, twisted explanations, calling me heartless. My mother reached out too, first with a birthday card, then a Christmas email, but never once did she say, I was wrong. She continued sharing photos with Erica, celebrating her birthday. Beach selfies. It became clear. Erica had become the daughter my mother chose. I started over. Journaling. Took a solo trip to Oregon to find some clarity. Picked up new hobbies. Old friends drifted away, accusing me of being dramatic. But then came Julia. Gentle. Understanding. She knows my past. She never flinches when I go silent or recoil from touch. She stays. Still, on some nights, my thumb lingers over my mother's number. I wonder. I wish. I doubt myself. I rewind the entire mess in my mind and ask, was I the villain? And then I remember that day. The kitchen, the laughter, the betrayal woven into the mundane. And I remember that when I was bleeding, she couldn't choose me. So I put the phone down. And I choose peace. Because the worst betrayal might not have been Erica's affair. It might have been my mother looking into my shattered heart and asking if I deserved it. Was I wrong? Or had I finally broken free from two people who never truly stood in my corner to begin with? The end